My name is Brandy Frisbee, and I am the director of the Instructional Communication Graduate Certificate. And I also help in overseeing this specialization, which is something you can specialize in at either in the master's level or the PhD level. I want to tell you a little bit about our program and hopefully spark some of your interest in studying instructional communication, which we believe is critically important. First, a lot of people will ask us what instructional communication is. There may be some confusion with it as an area of education, but that's not true. So a long time ago, McCroskey and colleagues, who are known as some of the foundational fathers of instructional communication, talked about it as the intersection of pedagogy, educational psychology, and communication. The critical difference here that differentiates us from other disciplines is the focus on communication. It's the things that teachers or students or administrators say and do nonverbally that influences the teaching and learning process. Another really important part of instructional communication, especially here at the University of Kentucky, is a broadened view of what instructional communication is. Specifically, we try to expand this idea from just being inside of the classroom to the other ways in which we might provide instruction, other ways we might learn, and other ways that we might assess instruction. So we do study this in traditional classroom settings, but also in corporate training, training and development, online training, and any other applied context, such as a health intervention where you're trying to provide instruction to change behavior. The goal of the certificate or the specialization, if you are a master's student or a PhD student, is to learn how to conduct sound social science research. So this is not just a teaching certificate. It is a certificate that focuses on research and then using that research to improve the hands-on experiences, the application, the practical implications, and making sure that that information gets to the people who need it. So we do see a lot of people who finish this degree or this certificate who are able to apply it both in an academic position, but also in non-academic positions. We really pride ourselves on making sure that our students can take their class projects and turn that into publications or conference papers. Many of them also have used this to develop workshops that have been delivered across campus and in the community. So we have a lot of room here for students to tailor the program to what it would be best for them, for their personal and professional goals. To specialize or get the certificate, there are several courses that we offer on a regular basis. You'll see that list there, and you'll see how those courses are meant to be a little broader so that they can be applied in other ways. Our certificate and specialization area has grown significantly since we first began back in 2013, and we're excited to be able to say we are expanding our course offerings. So for example, we have new courses coming in games, literacy, meaning and learning, informal learning, and we also often take our special topics courses such as the dark side of instructional communication or equity and inclusion in the classroom and turn those into regular courses. As I mentioned earlier, we do encourage students to tailor the program to what they want to do with their personal and professional goals. And so we also have courses in related areas that fit very well with this certificate program, such as educational psychology or educational policy. We also pride ourselves on making sure that this is an accessible program or an accessible certificate for students. And so all of our courses are approved to be offered both online or face-to-face. And we typically alternate those offerings so that students get to see the best of both worlds. Our research group is also active outside of the classroom. So in the past 3 years, our research group members and faculty have had over $1 million in research funding. And this includes projects such as library storytime and literacy, student resilience projects, virtual reality projects, and some student civic engagement projects. So we have a wide variety of faculty interests, and students can typically find someone to work with very easily. We have great representation at our conferences. So for example, in this past NCA, we had over 20 papers accepted from our group alone, including the top paper. And we've actually had the top paper from our research group nationally for 3 years running. We hold multiple writing retreats, professional development sessions, publication boot camps, so that there's extra support on turning those classroom projects into publications or taking a needs assessment project and turning it into a workshop that someone can use at their place of employment. We have 2 of our faculty members who are recognized in the top 1% of all communication researchers. And so we are a very productive, active group, but we're all like family. We support one another, and that productivity extends to our students very easily. I don't want to just brag on our research. I'd also like to brag on our teaching. Because we are studying teaching on a regular basis, it makes sense that we would hold ourselves to a very high standard in teaching and that we would be excellent in that group as well. So we've won multiple teaching and advising awards. Our students are winning awards and fellowships. And this is not just at the university level, but also nationally. Our research group also began a new research lab a couple of years ago. We call this the CIS Tech Hub, Technology, Education, and Communication Hub. This was a student-designed logo, so we were excited to involve students in this process. And there's a couple of examples of the types of publications that have been coming out of that research lab. Each of those publications includes students from the certificate program or the specialization program in that process. And so our students get lab experience, experimental design experience, and also have the benefit of getting some publications from their work in that lab. I'm not going to go through all of our faculty, but what started as 1 or 2 faculty members back in 2013 has quickly grown to a large number of highly respected faculty. They come from lots of different areas. We have instructional communication, we have computer mediated communication, basic course, learning, human development, library sciences, organizational communication. And so we have a very broad area that's represented by the faculty. And all of these faculty are the ones who would be teaching these courses, and that would be options for a master's defense or a master's thesis committee and a dissertation committee. I also have a couple of samples of student research here that I wanted to share. And so our students are very active in research, and they do benefit from those writing workshops and publication boot camps to help them to achieve those goals. Because of the students who are conducting this research and publishing this research, our students are very, very competitive when they enter the job market. We have a 100% job placement rate at this point. And the majority do go into academia, but we also have people who have ended up in nonprofit or people who have ended up in training and development or in research institutions, not academic research, but organizational research. And the students have the flexibility and the independence to be able to choose what they want to do research on. So you'll notice that the types of projects our students have worked on here overlap with some faculty members, but also go in their own directions so that these students can develop their own research line before they enter the job market. That's just a quick, very, very quick preview or overview of what our certificate program and our specialization has to offer. We are very proud of what we've accomplished since this program began. We're still a relatively new program, but our students are doing great things while they're here, and they're going on to do great things as alum. We hope that you will reach out to me, Brandy Frisbee, for more information on the certificate or the specialization, and that you'll join us. Consider joining us, and hopefully this would help you to achieve your personal and professional goals. Thank you.